10 seconds.
Let's go, guys.
Stand by.
Go, go, go!
That's it, folks. You know what to do. Big round of applause.
They had to pull somebody out.
They had to pull somebody out?
Well, I mean, I don't know why that's there. There's a girl crying. It's like they're searching.
Someone died?
Yeah. They're looking for somebody. Looks like.
They're looking for someone that was drowned.
I don't know.
So apparently a fan, I think, saw someone go under and tried to go in and screamed like, but he never, apparently he has not come out.
Today, we honor Lazar Đukić, a remarkable athlete, brother, son, partner, and friend. His competitive spirit, uncommon kindness, and joyful presence will be deeply missed by all who knew him. At this moment, I want to invite you all to join me in a moment of silence.
first things first, I really just want to acknowledge everything that happened yesterday and how just really sad and heartbreaking it was that that's kind of like the first person that's passed away in CrossFit with a CrossFit event. Like Randy and I were talking about that yesterday a little bit, and I mean, as far as I know, like with Dubai and Wadapalooza and all the like off-site events other than the CrossFit Games and even the games, like this was like the first very devastating, tragic thing that's happened. And I think, like, I personally didn't know Lazar. The memory that comes up into my mind the most is watching him during the Open announcement when they did it in Europe. I think that was like 2 years ago. I think this was during the 2023 Open. And I just remember watching him and being like, wow, he is fit. That he is scary fit. Like, he was just moving through the workout. I don't remember exactly what the workout was, but that was like the thing that came into my mind. I was like, that man is a very fit man. And I think Randy and I have like been in the same presence of him, right? You would say that, but I've personally never had any conversations with him. But I think yesterday what Randy and I were kind of reflecting on is just how the family was feeling, and that's kind of what I posted on my Instagram post yesterday. Was like we personally don't know how it feels to have a loss like that, because we don't have anybody that close other than like our grandparents that have passed away. But we can only imagine how everyone that knows him is feeling yesterday and today, and so we were just kind of mourning over that. And so yeah, it was a very sad day yesterday, a very interesting day, something that no one's expecting, and it's just a reminder too that like you really don't know your last day. Like he didn't wake up thinking that was going to happen to him, and his family definitely didn't, and none of us did. And so just a reminder, like the people that you really love, just making sure that you like tell them that, and that you just have as many moments as you can to share with them. And yeah, I don't know, it's tough. It's a very, very tough situation. And so yesterday we ended up having a meeting, and most of the athletes came, I would say, not all the athletes came, to talk about kind of like what were the next steps moving forward. And Dave Castro kind of talked at first, and basically we decided to move forward with the competition. I still don't know all the details, but it was like very mixed reviews of who wanted to move forward, who didn't with the competition. And I think it just was very dependent on who was the closest to him, and who really knew him. Kind of wanted the decision to not move forward with the competition. But Dave Castro did ask his brother like what he thinks that we should do, and his brother gave us the green light that he would want us to move forward with the competition. And so I think hopefully that brings a little bit more peace to everybody, and that we have his blessing. But yeah, it's very mixed reviews right now, I think, with the athletes, and it's a very tough situation, and it's hard to navigate, very hard to navigate.
In lane number 6 from the North America West, Bethany Flores.
Seconds. Stand by.
I saw that event be posted, right, I was like, oh boy. Like, deadlifts have already been tough for the past couple of years, and then you go into the GHD, which is like the complete opposite direction for your spine, you know. So I was stressed about that, but then like as soon as she started, she was cycling the bars super well. You could tell she had a game plan, that she stuck to it, and that like really honestly I feel like that whole time it was just a very smooth and steady pace, and I think she did exactly what she needed to do. And she's always good on the ski. She's pretty good at rope climbs, and her GHGs are always smooth and she's consistent. And so I think that's really what won her the workout. She knew that the deadlifts were gonna be the tough part. She knew that the deadlifts were gonna be, okay, I'm gonna have to break these up from the get-go, which she did, 5s and 5s from the very beginning. But it still paid off, and she held on to those last 10 at the end. She did exactly what she needed to do. And I was very proud of her for approaching that workout confidently, because she very well could have gone into it being like, this is it, you know, this is going to be the workout that sends me into oblivion for the rest of the weekend, you know, and that was not the case. So super proud of her.
Overall, I had like a lot of peace about what my abilities were in this moment and like where my capabilities are. I remember being on the floor and turning around when we had to do everything on the way back and just being like, I'm gonna get there. Like, I know that there's people ahead of me already at, you know, X, Y, and Z, but like one rep at a time, I'm about to be there. I'm about to be there. And so that was kind of just like my thought process the entire time, which I was really proud of.
Seconds. Stand by.
Randy was like, what's your strategy? I was like, there's no strategy. I'm just like in this headspace of just being really grateful, because when you don't have something and then when you get it back, it really feels like a gift. And that's just kind of what I feel like I'm living in right now, that God's kind of like gifting me all of this back right now, and just like not taking it for granted, and really just every moment that I'm getting on and off the floor, just really thanking God for all of this. Because it's just wild to think like 2 years ago, feeling really burnt out and like I was done, and then physically, emotionally, just everything. Like I was just completely done. Credit goes to this guy right here. Go ahead and turn the camera.
Or what?
I just kind of like hugged him after this last event, and I was just like, I don't really care what happens a lot the next couple of days. Like, for me to be able to do what I'm doing, there takes a lot of logic and mindset changes, and belief too. And he's just been there every step of the way to kind of get me out of this really bad hole I was in. And so this guy I owe a lot of credit to, among other people too, but just the person that's with me 24/7 that is helping me just do this. It's crazy.
Stand by.
And we are off at another day of the races here at the CrossFit Games. They are getting into 4 laps, 1,600 meters, 1 mile, however you want to look at it.
Finish of lap number 1, and so many of your elite athletes right next to one another, too close to call lap number 1.